meditative posture, bringing your spine comfortably erect. Shoulders relaxed, palms facing up, jaws relaxed. Have a smile on your face to brighten up your face. 3 deep breaths. What a wonderful gift to be able to breathe. After 3 deep breaths, allowing breaths to come and go with an open attitude. Physical posture is open. Heart and mind are open. With gratitude, in this week of gratitude, receiving each breath with openness and gratitude. Being aware of the openness and the breath coming and going. Nothing more is really needed. Much of our lifestyle distracts us from life itself. And here is life. Flowing. And with our openness, we are not interfering or being distracted away. What a beautiful thing it is to be alive and aware. As you continue to allow the breaths, one of these breaths could be a long, automatic sigh. And that's okay. That is a symptom of parasympathetic nervous system engaging. Settling down the nerves, not the fight and flight sympathetic nervous system being active. Parasympathetic, there is no fight or flight. This is a life-nourishing state. Palms to the heart center, Namaskara Mudra. May this practice be for the benefit of all. Chin to the chest. Opening your eyes. Inhaling, taking the arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And one last round. Inhaling up. Exhaling up. Release. Come up to standing. Feet hip width apart. Toes pointing directly forward. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, climb onto the toes. Exhaling, heels down. 4 more rounds. Reach up to the ceiling as you inhale, climbing onto the toes as much as you can. Exhaling down. You might have to engage the core a bit to stabilize the posture as you go up. After completing 5 rounds, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Continuing to keep your feet hip width, toes pointing directly forward, arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, take your arms back as you move your hips forward, look up for a back bend. Exhaling, straightening up. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, straightening up. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, uttananasana, sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you. Exhaling, straightening up. 4 more rounds. Bend your knees as deeply as you can. Knees not going further than your big toes. You're sitting back. Total 5 rounds. Inhaling, keep the back straight as you bend your knees without rounding your back. Keep the back straight. Keep your arms around your ears as you bend your knees. Total 5 rounds. Release your arms after 5 rounds. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhale, center. Exhaling, bending toward the right wall. Keep the left arm closer to the left ear and gently taking the left wrist towards the right wall. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, going the other way. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. Coordinate with breath, exhaling as you bend, inhaling as you come up. So your movements are rhythmic to the breath. And if you need to take extra breath in between the bends, you can do that. But coordinate the breath as you move. After completing, release the arms, take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you keep your arms up, palms facing the front. Inhale, center, exhaling, twisting to the right as much as you can. Turn your head, look past the right shoulder, inhaling, center. Next exhalation, twisting to the left, turn your head, inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring your feet close together, hands on the waist. Bend your right knee and bring the right knee up and straighten the knee and bend and put the foot down. 4 more rounds. Sorry, do right and then left like that, total 5 rounds. Left knee up, straighten the left knee and put the left foot down. That is 1 round. Right and left is 1 round. A total of 5 rounds. Bend and straighten and bend and down. You should feel the posture on your quad muscles, the big thigh muscles, as you extend and lift the leg up. And when you extend the leg, stay there for just a bit and then release the posture. After completing 5 rounds, release arms. I think this is good, easy warm up. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Mountain posture. Namaskar Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara with loving attention and diligence begin. If the mind wanders, and when you notice that, just the fact of noticing, you're already back into the practice. Let the attention be not rigid. Let it be tender, soft attention to whatever is happening right now with your own body, breath, and mind. After completing 3 rounds, separate your feet comfortably, stand relaxed, soft gaze forward and down, shoulders relaxed, allowing the breath to flow as it wants to flow in your tender awareness. How fortunate to be here in a Hatha Yoga session, being alive and aware. Not forcing the breath to change or slow down. Let it flow. Our understanding of life is limited. The life knows how to flow. So let's allow it. In awareness. 3 deep breaths. Today, let us approach few postures that allow us to explore the range of spine movements. Basically, there are 3 movements. Spine moving forward and down toward the thighs, and then spine moving away from the thighs. And these are forward flexion and extension of the spine. Then there are lateral movements, spine moving toward the side of the right leg and vice versa on the other side. And then with the hip being fixed, you turn the shoulders and you turn the head, that is rotation. Or you fix the shoulders and you turn the hip, that is also rotation. So these are the basic movements. And in Hatha Yoga practice, all the postures would basically be about. Also, other muscles and would come into play, but this is the basic structure, right? And so we are going to explore that. Come to a broad stance, Prasarita. You can say 70% of your maximum. Feet parallel to each other, toes pointing directly forward. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Let's go for a back bend. Place your palms on your glutes, fingers pointing down, and then slowly take your elbows to point toward the back wall. And then gently move your hips forward, chest also forward as you start looking up, and then slowly bend further toward the back wall as you move your hips further forward. Keep the knee straight. And if you're really comfortable, drop your head on the back. Otherwise, keep your chin closer to the chest and look up at the ceiling. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now we are going to repeat this. Maybe you can explore going a bit deeper than the first time with loving care, not in any forced way. This is to explore if you can find the edge a little bit farther. If you find the edge earlier, that's fine, stop. But if you can, see if you can explore a bit more. Hands, take your hands to the back, place them on your glutes, toe, fingers pointing down. Get the elbows to point toward the back wall. Gently start moving your hips forward, chest also forward. Gently squeezing the shoulder blades on the back, look up and see if you can explore going deeper in the posture just a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come on. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let's approach Prasarita Parivrta, which is a forward bending posture. We'll do the basic posture of taking the palms down toward, or fingertips down toward the ground. Arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing front. Inhale, exhaling, halfway bend forward, look to the front. You can slightly bend the knees to flatten the back. Bend the knees, flatten the back, look to the front. And with that extended spine, keep the extended spine, and then next exhalation, bend further down, place the middle fingers on the mat, further away from your feet. Flatten, look at the fingers, flatten the back. And then next exhalation, place your head down and bring your palms closer to your feet and relax the shoulders. You can bend your elbows. Head down. 5 deep breaths. 5. Keep the back straight. If you need to bend your knees more to keep the back straight, do that. As if you're hanging the spine down. 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now we are going to repeat this one more time, just so you can explore, lovingly explore the edge. Arms up, parallel to each other, palms facing the front. Inhale, growing taller, fingertips reaching for the ceiling. With an extended spine, bend your knees slightly and bend halfway forward as you exhale. Look at your fingers and flatten your back. And with that extended spine, with the next exhalation, bend further down, middle fingers reaching the mat away from your feet. And look at your fingers as you flatten your back. And with that flattened back, bring your palms closer to your feet, head down. Hanging your spine down from the hips, directly down, head down. Now the weight of your head is pulling the spine downward, creating more gaps between your vertebrae, kind of massaging the spinal discs between the vertebrae. And completely a surrendered attitude in this forward bending posture. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Bring your feet comfortably closer. Release arms. Stand relaxed. Take a deep breath. Exhale. 2 more deep breaths. Now let's approach lateral bends from, again, the broad stance. Come up to a broad stance. 70% of your maximum. Once again, feet pointing directly forward, broad stance. Place your palms on the sides of your thighs. Take your right arm up toward the ceiling, right palm facing the left wall. Inhale. Exhaling, slide your left palm down the side of your left leg. Keep your right arm closer to the right ear as you bend toward the left wall. Now left fingers are reaching toward the left wall. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center. Exhaling, release the right arm. You would feel the stretch on from the top of your, or from the middle finger down the arm upper arm down the side of your torso, down the side of the leg. Take a deep breath. Left arm up toward the ceiling. Left palm facing the right wall. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, right palm sliding down the right leg. Keep the left arm closer to the left ear. Left middle finger reaching for the right wall. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Now let's repeat this one more time so we can explore a bit more. Again, there is no need. The second set does not have to be better in some ways. You just find the edge wherever it is. It just might mean that your edge might be a bit farther than the first, but if it is not, that is perfectly okay. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Left palm on the side of the left thigh. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, sliding the left palm down the side of the left leg. Right middle finger reaching for the left wall. Right arm closer to the right ear. Your left palm is not resting on the left leg. Left fingers are there just for guidance. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release the right arm. Take a deep breath. Left arm up toward the ceiling, left palm facing the right wall. Inhaling, stretch up. Exhaling, sliding the right palm down the right leg. Left middle finger reaching for the right wall. Your right fingertips are on the right leg, not resting or taking any weight. This allows the left side of the body to stretch comfortably more. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release. Bring your feet comfortably closer. Stand relaxed. Take a deep breath. Exhale. 2 more deep breaths. Parivrta, Prasarita, Padatana. This is broad stance, bending forward and twist. That is what we're going to do now. Come to a broad stance. 70% of your maximum. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Center. Exhaling, bending forward from the hips halfway. Look to the front. Flatten the back. Slightly bend the knees. To comfortably keep the back straight, you might have to slightly bend the knees, and that is okay. But keep the back straight. Bend the knees enough. Now allow your arms to hang loose downward. Now bend your knees even more to place the palms on the mat right underneath the heart. And bring the palms closer to each other. In fact, stack your right hand on top of the left hand. And your hands are stacked right below the heart And now look down. You don't have to look up to the front. Look down as in look in front of your fingers. Hands, right hand on the right waist. Open your right shoulder toward the ceiling. Not much weight on the left hand on the ground. It is there for guidance. But rotate your right shoulder up toward the ceiling so there is less weight on the left hand. And then take the right arm toward the ceiling. Right palm facing the left wall. Now, if you're flexible, you can try to take the right arm as far away from the right wall as much as possible. And if you can, turn your head and gaze at your right thumb. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right palm down on the mat. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, straightening up. Keep the feet broad stance. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Now let's repeat on the other side. Inhale. Exhaling, halfway bending forward. Bend the knees to bring the back straight. Allow the arms to hang loose, placing the left palm on top of the right palm on the ground, right underneath the heart. Left hand reaching for your hips. Start opening the left shoulder up toward the ceiling. If you can get your left shoulder to align with the right shoulder, do that. And then finally, left arm up toward the ceiling. Turn and gaze at your left thumb. And if you're flexible enough, take the left arm toward the right wall as much as you can. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left palm back down, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Bring your feet comfortably closer, stand relaxed. In this posture, as you can notice, we locked the hips in position. By bending forward, we locked the hips. And then we rotated the shoulders. And we also turned the head because there is also rotation in the cervical neck region. Also, the spine can turn. In Jatara Parivartana, which we will be practicing, we will be locking the shoulders down, but we will be moving the hips. That is also rotation. Take a deep breath. Let's repeat this one more time. Broad stance. Prasarita stance. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling, halfway bending forward. Flatten the back as you bend your knees. Allow the arms to hang loose. Place the right palm over the left palm on the mat. You might have to bend your knees further to be able to do that. And then right hand on the right waist. Open up your right shoulder toward the ceiling. See if you can bring the right shoulder to align with the left shoulder as much as you can. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Your right hand reaches for the ceiling as you turn your head and gaze at the right thumb. 5 deep breaths. See if you can keep your hips toward the back wall. So the hips that will allow you to twist even better. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right palm down, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Keep the feet in the same position. Take a deep breath, exhale. Let's finish this on the other side. Inhale, exhaling, bending forward halfway. Look to the front, flatten the back. Keep the back flat as you bend your knees even more and hang your arms loose, placing the left palm on top of the right palm. Left hand on the left waist. Open up your left shoulder up toward the ceiling. And then left arm up, left finger reaches for the ceiling. And only if you're comfortable, then you can reach even further toward the right wall. Turn and gaze at your thumb. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left palm going down to the mat. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Bring your feet comfortably closer. Release the arm. And relaxed. Watching your breath. The character of your breath could be continuously changing as you pay loving attention and reach for your edges with diligence. Lying down on your back. Legs together. Relax your feet. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Normalizing your blood pressure. Your blood pressure drops as you lie down on your back. This water magic. Take a deep breath. Bend your knees, placing your feet flat on the mat, hip width apart. Your arms are staying close to the body, palms facing down. Your feet are hip width, knees are hip width. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Your fingers reaching for the heels, whether they touch the heels or not, but your fingers are trying to reach the heels. Next inhalation, hips up. Setubandha sarvangasana practice. Raising your hips up as much as you can with the next inhalation. If you need support, slide your arms underneath, bend your elbows and place your palms on your glutes or the lower back to support, keeping the hips up. Next exhalation, gently bringing the shoulder blades on the back toward each other as you raise your chest up. The chest is coming toward the chin. And once you reach the final posture, keep the knees no more than hip width. If the knees are trying to get away from each other, bring the knees to hip width and hold them there. And you might also feel the posture on your knees, depending on where the edges are. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the hips down, release the legs. Take a deep breath, exhale. Setubandha sarvangasana is also a back bending posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. With setubandha sarvangasana, your legs are also involved, and you need a good amount of flexibility in the hip flexors to be open for you to be able to lift the hips up as much as you can. Let's repeat this one more time. Bend the knees, feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, shoulders away from your ears, fingers reaching for your heels. Inhaling, Setubandha Sarvangasana. Shoulder blades on your back coming toward each other, lifting the chest up. Those who are comfortable, interlace fingers, press the palms, and extend the elbows. Straighten up the elbows. And keep the arms on the mat. 5 deep breaths. 5. Keep the knees hip width apart. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the hips down, release the legs. Setubandha Sarvangasana practice. Release the legs. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms stretched to the sides, shoulder height, palms facing down. Bend your knees and bring the knees closer to the chest. This is a forward bend. Remember, whether you bring the thighs closer to the spine or spine closer to the thigh, it's the same spine movement. Next exhalation, take your knees toward your right elbow. Keep the left shoulders down. Right palm on the left knee. Turn your head and look past the left shoulder. This is spinal twist with the hips moving or twisting up. As much as you can keep the left knee down, you can get a deeper spinal twist. And as much as you can keep the left shoulder down, you can get a deeper spinal twist. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back to the center. And next exhalation, take your knees toward your left elbow. Keep the right shoulders down. Left palm on the right knee, encouraging the right knee to stay down. As you look past the right shoulders, as the right arm and the right shoulder on the mat, as much as you can. No aggression. 5 deep breaths in Jatara Parivrta. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center. Release the legs. Bring your arms closer and make any final movements you feel like you need to make before surrendering the body in Shavasana. Control is an illusion. And so in Shavasana, You can practice a posture with no illusion of control. Surrender. Joyfully, with half a smile on your face, lighting up your face. What a beautiful thing it is to be able to breathe, be alive, and aware. Everything about life is right here and it is complete. Anything that you add is superfluous. And so surrender joyfully. In a relaxed awareness of your entire body, relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana, come to sitting. Any meditative posture with eyes closed. Take your hands back. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come on. Rubbing your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massaging your closed eyes and blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Have a good evening and a good day ahead.
Jay, this is
Yes.
Gratitude Week. So I'm very grateful and thankful for your commitment towards our wellness.
Yeah. Thank you, and
Yeah.
thank you, Amita.
Thanks from my side also.